so I can see what I'm doing.
Neo San Francisco, 2064 AD. The world thrives on a constant flow of groundbreaking technology. Cybernetic augmentation and genetic modification allow the repair and enhancement of almost any part of a human body.
That voice is so familiar.
Millions of people jack into virtual worlds every day to work, play, and connect with one another with advanced brain-to-machine technology. Easier access to genetic modification leaves hybrids walking the streets, looking less human every day. However, some can't keep up with the fast-paced changes around them. They say that ROMs, now commonplace thanks to Parallax, are leading humans to a place where we can never come back, losing the survival skills that we have relied on for millennia. Relationship organizational managers are compiled with virtual intelligence and can seem human-like in their interactions. But despite the marketing hype, at their core, they are only brainless machines. Organizations, like the Human Revolution, seek to slow the relentless pace of progress, fearing that unchecked technology will make us lose the very things that make us human. High above the rising tension below, a Parallax engineer has blurred the line even further. And with this,
It sounds like Captain Ray.
humanity's destiny
Fire.
will be altered forever.
A new cyberpunk adventure. That sounds interesting. But that voice. Who is that voice? It's so familiar. Items menu. Oh god, it is a point-click adventure. Maybe not so sweet. Musty. Might be a better descriptor. Okay, what can I do? Lappy. Look at, pick up, talk to, do some sort of paper. stack of paper for your unpublished novel. Flip through it. But if you're going to be so sloppy, maybe going digital would be a good goal. Thanks. Hemingway go full digital. Probably. Yeah. What's in this ink? Ew. Oh, my ID card. Those damn assholes. Bottle of mustard and a carton of spoiled milk. Just developed in order, but the spoiled milk is in blue, so maybe I can take it. Wow, that's gross. Achievement unlocked. Mustard has adhered itself to the fridge door. Lovely. Can I talk to it? Can I take the toaster? Load-bearing toaster, of course. Window. Vertical sliding stove. Slide currently broken. Window being propped open by headlock. Adjust it. Can't do anything to it. Can I talk to it? And look at. Okay. Okay, I got an article to submit. Okay. What's Lappy got for me? After this screen, but well, it works. The Lappy 4800. Get my headphones on. Sync automatically as you start to watch a live concert from Oakland. Cool. Lappy is a bit of a wreck. I bet. Okay, today, Journal Logic, Let's Live, looks like YouTube. Do any other buttons? No, I just got arrows and A. Could probably actually point and click on this. Just adjust some volume. Pointing and clicking is probably better. Let's see. Okay, today. Neo, San Francisco's most beloved morning show, all about news and entertainment. People in Neo, Oklahoma are still confused by the name. Online newspaper called the Scanline. Okay, today. It's usually all about feel-good news, but it does focus on serious current events at times. Good to know. Oh, Lord. And there's more. Oh, well, that's a back one. Current events. Story about the human revolution. Remains vigilant in hashtag Stay Human protests in Upper Market. December 19th. They're on day 10 and they're protesting outside various Genus clinics in the city, including those in the East Bay and down the peninsula. Genus, the gene splicing treatment facility, has been met with much controversy since the organization reached mainstream exposure over the past few years. Genus employee Mort Crane spoke to OK Today exclusively. According to him, most Genus workers are up in arms, claiming they're being terrorized in their own city. We're here to help people who need gene therapy for their own personal reasons, whatever they are, said Crane. Individual rights have always been paramount of of paramount importance to us," he continued, "and we believe that our customers have the right to live as they please or require." The Human Revolution stands behind their claim that Genus is diluting the human experience by providing hybrids with gene splicing treatments. The group feels that goals stated by Genus, in addition to newer cybernetic technology, are warping humanity into a very scary dark future. This is actually a friggin' long article. It's an actual article, for God's sake. They are playing God in the most senseless of ways. We were born human. Who are we to mess with our genes and start turning everybody into who knows what? Said one protester who asked to remain anonymous. It's ridiculous and scary. It's not human. More information to follow as the story develops late into the holiday 2064 season. June Velmer on OK Today. Jeez, it's an actual, like, it almost feels like an actual news article. Charlie Nova?
Hey, it's Charlie Nova,
God.
host of Star in the Stratosphere, and tonight in the stars, join Ryan V. Josio and the Hassy Boys for our 10th annual TMI New Year's Eve special, where I'll interview some of the hottest celebrities and find out what their plans are for 2065. Tune in or join us live at Union Square for the big show, starting at 10 p.m.
Good lord. Sports. Story about our hometown Neo SF 49ers. San Francisco 49ers. I don't know sports. Quest 410 is back on. New candlestick brings an important question in everyone's mind. Can the 49ers punch their ticket to the playoffs? Bring the Lombardi Trophy. I'm guessing this is football. The 49ers are a football team. First win since the move to New Candlestick. Okay. Disappointing losses to the Giants and Mexico City got a team. Okay, good for them. New coach. Controversy surrounds the new quarterback Patricia Lopez. Accuse her of having... Oh, cool. Females in the NFL. Good for them. Illegal cybernetic enhancements. Certain modifications of implants are banned by the league. Our official reports state the repeated investigations into Lopez found no evidence to substantiate the rumors. The first woman to ever be quarterback in a major football team. I think it's well, a lot can happen between now and 2064, but it could be the very first female football player, period. LXXIX. That's a lot of numbers. It's like, I don't know, 69. Sunday's game is a rubber match. The winners secure a spot in the playoffs. 49ers and Chiefs. Kansas City. Okay, today, sports. Local news. A story about a broken down Froyo stand. Oh, I'd like to read it. Golden Gate Park vandalism. Local fruity booth JJ's Froyo was destroyed last night in what appears to be another case of a rogue ROM committing an act of vandalism. ROMs are supposed to be robots, totally autonomous. Had no shell. Witnesses state the alleged perpetrator has been randomly appearing at night before lumbering back into the nearby trees. Living on its own. Tracking down a potential owner is possible. Some speculate the strange ROM may have been framed by vandals who set their crime deliberately to make it appear to have been carried out by the rogue or under orders. Reached out to Parallax for comment. The rogue ROM is purely a myth. It tends to pop up conveniently when low revenue businesses have the urge to file an insurance claim. Ha! And they do not appreciate reports of vandalism being initiated to their models. Is it real? Fairy tale? Written by those looking to make a buck? Or maybe there's something else. Or as it progresses. And that's the news for today, I guess. General logic. It isn't the fanciest program. That's the only word editor that still gets updates for a machine. Is all is yours. Oh, that's nice. Time to get work out of the way. Let's do this. Do I have to do anything? Selling your soul bit by bit. Character by character. Finished. Now to send it off to the editor. I guess it's on autopilot. Your big break. Surely your glowing review of GX Ultra Beats is your ticket out of poverty and into a book deal. Surely. Work is out of the way. Time for bed. Or you could go through the rest of your emails first. Spam, scam, bill, work, weekly update, invitation. Get cheap crash on only 99 credits for 32. 212 stims. What? Okay. Check out the scam. Hello there, I am Princess Emma Thomas. Oh boy. Nigerian princess. The heiress to the digital empire of the horse fortune. Trojans. To secure my great fortune. You're an heiress. You need to transfer it to at least 5 different accounts or the World Bank will seize my credits. Yeah. 420,194.1 credits. I bet. Please, if you could send your personal credit ID marker to me immediately so that I can send you your 20% of the fortune. Send half back upon receipt of the funds. Yeah, right. You may keep the rest of the money. The best part, there's literally nothing that can go wrong. Of course. Grab yourself some Vegemite and welcome to Queen. Is this Australian? Yeah, what is this? Bill. Past due. Failure to restore your account may result in termination of service. Power plant. Food or electricity. Work. Lead editor for what the fuck sounds, formerly oh my god sounds. New up and coming audio review feed looking for hot talent. We'd love to feature any product reviews you'd like to do for us. Give you some great exposure. Oh yeah. Could possibly throw some creds your way. Yeah, die of exposure. Rent. Another article, another paycheck, and it's all going straight to your rent. Coupon for 5 credits back on a Hassie Infinity. What the heck is a Hassie? A Hassie Infinity has all of your daily calories with none of the nutritional value. Like the opposite of a diet version? Invitation? Invite to come see the lighting ceremony of the Christmas tree downtown from your friends at Dr. Tricia Lee DDS. Dentist? Why would your dentist invite you to a lighting ceremony? Feels like a trap. Probably a trap. weekly update from Vintage Tech, your number one source for classic technology. Popular pieces this week: the King of Click, a retrospective on the classic Model N keyboard. Unsubscribe. Request denied. Subscription cannot be modified. Well, screw you too. Well read. Your inbox. Luckily, you're the only person with the password. So, okay, that's just that. The emails again. Lips Live. Online Video Network. I'm assuming I sent out my thing. You sync up the headphones and watch a stream of your favorite anime film. I'm guessing Ghost in the Shell, perhaps? Door. A newly installed security door. Can I go outside? It's late. Okay, I can. I guess I go to bed. I listen. Soothing ocean sound effects. Nice. Literally on overheating. Ha. Can I use it on the poster? Heat. You're not gonna get audited on your Times headphones used quota. I was curious. All blank. Nothing to read or hear. And it can't. Live stream of a cooking show about making ramen using household materials. Mustard and spoiled milk are quite enough to make good ramen. I wonder if I can do anything with the milk. Spoiled milk. Good ID. ID card with your name, picture, and stats. Play music. Huh. That's neat. Go to sleep now and see what happens. I should probably save if it doesn't automatically, because now there's someone outside my window. Hi. Is he hacking my computer?
Ah, good. You're finally awake.
Who the hell are you?
I'm honestly not sure why most humans still have such lengthy sleep cycles. It seems rather inconvenient. Are you significantly opposed to cybernetic augments?
Huh?
Oh, I hope you don't mind. While you were asleep, I had some spare time on my hands, so I reorganized your records and entertainment media using BISAC.
Who or what are
Once
you?
that was done, I found the cleanliness of your living and workspace to be suboptimal conditions for the long-term performance of my micro-actuators. So I took the liberty of cleaning the place up a bit.
Okay.
As
Still
you
doesn't
will
explain
vote, I was
anything.
attempting to interface and make performance adjustments to your personal computer, but I've run into a bit of a snag.
The fact that it's ancient? How did you
I
get
came
in?
in through the door, of course.
The locked door.
The cryptographic algorithms it uses are actually quite atrocious. It only took me 17 trillion clock cycles to break your entry code.
17 trillion cycles. And assuming he's got a pretty good processor, it'd probably take about 3 seconds.
It looks rather imposing, but it's actually a knockoff of the Secugate M/14723-B.
Great.
Don't feel too bad. I actually cheated a bit when I cross-referenced likely numeric combinations against the stored personal data on you. I'm not certain why you picked the birthday of your first dog, but it would be sufficiently obscure to defeat most casual attempts to enter. Frankly, I felt a little silly that I took the time to do all that once I noticed that the lock on your window is broken.
True. That's fair.
And that you left it open.
Yeah. The lock is broken?
Yes, I attempted to repair it, but it uses a proprietary bolt head I am not equipped to remove. I took the liberty of filing a maintenance request with your building superintendent.
Again, who
Considering
or
the
what
speed
are
at
you?
which he has historically worked, I estimate it will take him 16 working days to complete the repair. Not
Great.
quite to my standards. I know a lot of things. Honestly, it would have taken me longer if I had to enter the codes manually, but it was trivial to slice through the door's firewall and try against the stored data directly.
Huh.
I would suggest investing in an Insect Model 1355 automatic security door. The 1385 is newer, but I find the added attack vector introduced by the integrated voice commands isn't worth the convenience.
So you can unlock it with your voice, okay?
The 1355 also has 300 5-star reviews on Congo.
I'm guessing that's their knockoff of Amazon because, you know, Congo is a river.
Unfortunately, your motherboard seems to have had a critical failure while I was attempting to remove some particularly nasty malware. An
Okay.
electrical surge caused significant damage to several other components as well. I would consider it no great loss, though. Why were you using that dinosaur to begin with?
Because it's all I can afford.
Don't fret! I did manage to back up your data drive's contents on my storage before the crash.
Great.
Additionally, I am willing to serve as your personal computer until you can procure a replacement or provide the parts necessary for me to make the repairs. It is the least I can do. I'm sorry.
Why are you here?
I
What are
wasn't
you?
trying to engage you in any sort of subterfuge, but I tend to ramble on a bit when I'm nervous.
Your computer.
I have all the necessary protocols, but I've never actually spoken to another person besides Hayden until now.
Wasn't Hayden the guy who gave me the poster?
Well, saying I know Hayden is putting it simply, but yes. I don't really know. That's why I'm here.
Okay, so he doesn't know where Hayden is.
Help me. You aren't quite my only hope, but you're certainly the most statistically supported.
Uh-huh. Okay.
The beginning. Okay? Yes, I can do that.
Voice acting's pretty
Earlier
good.
tonight, Hayden's apartment was assaulted by some persons unknown to me.
Okay.
He seemed frightened, terrified even, and instructed me to escape. I crawled out of a window, and after some deliberation, hurried here. I heard them breaking down the door as I left.
Why would he send out the computer?
He is one of the top researchers at Parallax, but there's no way that
why would
alone
they
would be
want-
enough to get him kidnapped.
It's like, why would they want him?
I suspect it has to do with me.
Yeah, who
Excuse me,
are you?
I forgot to introduce myself. I've never had the pleasure of doing so before. I am Turing.
Oh, of course he went with Turing.
I know this must sound quite unflattering, but I suppose you could describe me as one of Hayden's experiments. He's currently researching advanced machine intelligence at Parallax. I am a personal side project of his.
He's an AI.
Exploring true artificial sapience. It's possible that the idea of a sapient machine could scare or tempt an organization into kidnapping him,
Yeah.
either to stop his research or to take it and use it for themselves.
Little bit. I mean,
A regular ROM has virtual intelligence.
oh, jeez,
They can
the
appear
virtual
rather smart,
intelligence.
even human-seeming when you talk to them. But they're just cleverly programmed to respond to a variety of situations in an organic manner.
It's like in Mass Effect. The ROMs are virtual intelligences, and this guy's Edie.
They aren't in any way self-deterministic. As for myself, much of my code wasn't actually written by Hayden, but rather compiled during my infancy as I learned to interact with the world around me.
Yep.
But
He's Edie.
despite my ability to self-modify my code, I am afraid to adapt or develop any further without Hayden's guidance. Did he only program me with the illusion of free will?
How would you know?
How would you? Hayden once told me that his desire to create artificial life stemmed from his need to find out. But I can't say I have any new insight into the question. How can any of us tell that we aren't just puppets dancing to someone else's will?
I'm a half hour in and it's already asking these existential questions. Little bit.
All right. I apologize for the tangent. I ran an algorithm against every contact in Hayden's address book. Based on the combined deductions of personal profile, directness of connection to Hayden, occupational skill, and probable motive, you were the candidate most likely to both be able and willing to help me. And the one least likely to
smart
be
kid.
suspected of doing so.
Smart kid.
The numbers don't lie about your investigative skills, but I will admit your total lack of recent successes is worrisome.
Screw you. Just beat you on the head, because that looks like a power symbol on your head. Turn you off.
Don't worry, if Hayden trusted you, I trust you. You're strong-willed and capable. If anything, it's worth trying for Hayden. I don't know. I'm not certain who would benefit the most from taking Hayden prisoner.
Oh, it's the protesters.
Admittedly, Hayden has become increasingly paranoid as of late and has warned me to stay alert. but he would never specify anyone I should fear when I asked.
Or maybe it's the big corporation trying to steal his ideas.
It's not as though he has any obvious enemies.
Of course not.
There are several multinational corporations that could make use of his engineering skills, but I can't imagine any of them would go as far as snatching him.
I think they were after you.
Indeed, time is of the essence. I took the liberty of charging the auto cab fare from here to Hayden's apartment to your personal finance account, and the car has
thank
just
you.
arrived.
So why not talk to the
No,
cops?
we can't. One of the last things Hayden told me was to avoid the authorities. We must be cautious about who we inform of this.
Because they would rip you apart.
My calculations show that the possibilities of a leak are dangerously high. Corruption, despite being a challenge to public trust as well as cohesion of departmental policies, is still a possibility to consider. If it becomes
Ignore the
public that
cops.
Hayden has been kidnapped, his life may be put in further danger. His chances of escape would surely decrease. We must keep this to ourselves for now. Please.
Can't go to the cops, because... So who would want to kidnap him? His boss? Someone else in the company? Literally anyone in the world because he made a freaking AI? Can I save first? I feel like I should save. Hayden's apartment the next day. Am I still in prologue or am I in chapter 1 yet?
That's strange.
No signs of a struggle?
Well, the door for our home seems to have already been repaired. I'm certain my audio sensors picked up the sounds of his assailants breaking the lock.
I don't think it was
It's
maintenance.
possible. Most of the repairs to the building are handled by the automated systems. At best, it means someone is aware there's a situation here. Let's proceed carefully. Oh, a lucky break!
What'd you find?
It seems my access codes still work.
So it's the same lock.
Hayden's door has far better security than yours does.
You made your point. You've made your point.
I do not make a habit of entering people's homes in the middle of the night without permission for no reason.
I should hope so. It's a bad thing to do.
Breaking and entering is just not a sustainable hobby. So yes, I am quite certain. I saw it happen myself. I should have stayed and tried to protect him.
No.
I doubt he could have fought off a serious assault.
I doubt you could too. You got little noodly arms.
Hayden is not the most physically intimidating of individuals. Of course not. How silly.
Oh,
To
boy.
make a machine intelligence truly self-deterministic, it must be able to self-modify.
So he's able to ignore the 3 laws.
Any sapient worth their
iRobot.
silicon would be able to code around such an inhibitor eventually.
It's iRobot all over again.
I could rip your arm off right now if I cared to.
Please don't.
I won't for the same reason you don't go around randomly killing people. The social contract, as a useful construct, is just as apparent to me as it is to you. It
Okay.
simply isn't acceptable to go on a murderous rampage.
What would the neighbors think?
Self-defense and defense of one's home and family is typically allowed, though. I could have and may even have been obligated to come to Hayden's defense.
Pretty sure they would have been able to take you.
Excellent point. Let's start searching for clues.
Is there a save option? Saves. Save. Can I type it? Okay. What do I save it as? Choose a slot. Do I only get two? I hope I don't. I hope I get more than one. Okay. Memory card, that sounds important. Oh, I can't use my headphones. Not so good for your self-esteem. Look at the photos. So that's Hayden. Traveling the world, because that's Tokyo Tower. Okay, can I touch him? Nope, okay. Look at the plant. Doing a lot better than the one at home. Pause off based on your track record. Next. Okay, fine.
Hayden
Onwards.
spends so much of his time at home building ROMs, as if he doesn't do enough of that at work.
Maybe I can take them? You don't even own a ROM. What about the kid? Stack of books.
Oh, I think I see something under those reference books.
A tablet.
Ah, that device.
Are you jealous of an iPad?
I find it rather annoying that he prefers to go basic rather than entrust me with his schedule.
You're jealous of an iPad.
It is well within my skill set, but he claims he does not want me to begin to feel subservient to him. It looks like there's a place here for a physical memory card.
Okay, can I take it?
Without the memory card, this tablet is useless.
Okay. Broken tech, a ROM component in Hayden's headset. He must have been working on something. Busted. Dropped it in the skirmish. Old high density memory card. Something in the room might be able to read it. Let's take it.
Hayden likes the natural light that this apartment affords.
I bet. It's quite
This
nice.
window here is where I escaped from. It is a considerable distance to the ground below.
How did
I
he get
took the
down?
fire escape.
And he's so proud of it. Of course you did. Can I do anything
That's
with the
Hayden's
computer?
computer. Most people just use a hand screen or goggles in conjunction with their ROM, but desktop rigs like this are still more suitable to the intensive programming tasks Hayden needs to perform.
Can you get into it?
Unfortunately, no, I don't. And before you ask, I don't think I would be able to break past its security in any reasonable length of time.
Broke through my
Your
door.
door used a much simpler set of algorithms with a much weaker processor. I actually have a bit less free processing power than a regular ROM, despite my powerful CPU. Much of those extra clock cycles are used to maintain my complex personality algorithms. Hayden's computer has enough spare processing power to run counter-intrusion software if I attempt to slice in.
So even if you were
Frankly,
to break it.
even if I did have the power capability, I haven't found hacking to be one of my talents. I could, but much in the same way you might learn a task and still have no aptitude for it, I'm not certain I would be able to do the job any better than an experienced computer security expert.
Huh.
The whole reason humans have always been better at breaking into systems than the systems are at keeping them out is because humans have intuition. While computers can only think in straight lines, humans can think sideways and upside down. I lack that ability. Well, I wouldn't say that, but as silly as it sounds, I just don't think I'm very good with computers.
Ironic.
I do seem to have some skill with painting, though. Hayden was impressed with some of my pieces, but I'm not sure he has a firm enough grasp of early 20th century abstract expressionism to give me an objective opinion. That's true. Machines are best at reproduction, still life, impressionism, photorealism. But I find it more challenging and satisfying to paint what I feel.
Okay. Weird kid. Television is looping through some of Hayden's feeds. Tech banter, Ted's code tips, augmented eye. Can I use it? No buttons on the screen. There's no need to watch TV right now. Can I play on his game consoles? Vintage video game consoles. Mega 16, a Dural, and a Familink. So he's got a Mega Drive. I don't know what Dural could be. And Familink is obviously a Famicom. Can I play? Gain the strength of temptation we resist. Aww. But I want to play. Okay, it gives me a new slot every time. Okay. Let's use the memory card. Achievement unlocked. Put the thing in the doohickey. Fancy.
Hayden must have removed the memory card in order to prevent his assailants from easily tracing his connections. If only he had kept his information stored with me, he would not have had to resort to such crude measures.
He's supposed to meet with Tomcat?
Not really. I guess we'll have to go ask.
Okay then.
says here they were going to meet at a club called Stardust, located in the Castro district. I'll mark it on your city map. We can head over there and ask around about this Tomcat character. Perhaps they can shine some light on why Hayden was snatched.
My city map.
Oh, excuse me. I still haven't set up a user account for you in my system. We shouldn't put that off any longer. Once finished, I will have an assortment of new ways to assist you.
Okay.
For example, I'll be able to reroute any call or message that you receive while we're out and about. I just need to ask you a few questions. This is an exciting thing, I promise.
Don't you know everything anyway?
This is just how things are done. I'm certain I could spend a
Don't
few
question the game
quadrillion
logic.
clock cycles to bypass that part of my operating system, but that seems less efficient than just running the setup program.
Don't question the game logic.
So, here we go! Welcome to the first-time user setup for your new relationship and organizational manager, running the latest build of Parallax's live intelligence processing system.
Goody.
I'll need to ask you a few questions, and then you can get right to managing your life with your new ROM. If you have any questions, feel free to consult our online FAQ and setup guide, or contact our support department directly. First, could you tell me your preferred name for use in account creation, online communications, and conversational speech?
Enter name. Okay. Do you wish to keep this name? Yes.
Thank you. I have input your name. Next, could you tell me which pronouns I should use for you in referential and conversational speech? Thank you.
Okay.
I have input your pronouns. Finally, could you tell me your preferred diet for use in restaurant recommendations?
Halal. What's more? Kosher, gluten-free, vegan, alcohol-free. God damn it, Turing.
Diet set as omnivorous. Are you sure? Thank you for confirming. I have obtained your physical location from GPS and will load local data into my memory as it becomes available.
Okay.
Please review your submitted profile information for accuracy, or restart setup to enter it again. Does that sound right? Thank you.
Sure. Why does he need diet?
See, that was relatively painless.
Uh-huh.
You should now also be able to access the local map of Neo SF. The meeting with Tomcat isn't
Why did they
until
call
later
it
this
Neo
evening.
San Francisco? That implies that it's new.
Perhaps we should head back to your apartment for now.
Yeah, sure.
I'm sure we can find some common ground while getting to know one another better.
I bet.
It will be an efficient use of our time together.
Little
Thank
weirdo.
you for escorting me here. Let's head back to your home.
This game does not autosave, so please be sure to save frequently. Yeah, I thought so. Going into chapter 1. Chapter 1. outer sunset. Or deuter. I don't know.
You know, your Crassula ovata isn't doing very well.
You mean the plant?
Have you been overwatering it? This jade plant you have on the windowsill here. It's actually a succulent, and since I'm assuming you leave this window open all the time, it should get more than enough water just from the occasional rain blowing in.
Oh.
Speaking of the rain, your decorative plant may be doing poorly, but the mildew in your drywall is flourishing.
Good to know. Call them
How
wilty.
thoughtful of them. The Crassula ovata, also known as the jade plant, money tree, lucky tree, or friendship tree, is an excellent and easy to care for houseplant.
Okay.
They make beautiful bonsai, are suitable for beginners, and have some cultural significance both in the Far East and America as a token for good financial luck. Most likely an urban legend, but still a nice gift.
So what can I do
I'd
about
like
the
your
plant?
authorization to have a few tools shipped here. If I replant it into a more suitable pot with sandier soil, it should be thriving again soon. You just have to
Whatever.
remember to water it less frequently. Considering the state of your apartment, I'd have figured you'd neglect it rather than drown it. Ironic, since it would be doing better if you had.
Oh, bite me.
Excellent. The supply should be here soon. I ordered from a place close by to keep the shipping costs down. Oh, one other thing. When I was doing the research on how to best take care of the Crassula ovata, I stumbled upon the persistent belief that talking to plants improves their health. There is scientific evidence that shows there may be something to the notion, but the methodology in the studies was a bit shaky, so it could all be rank superstition.
Yeah.
I have, in fact, already taken the liberty of sending a request to his office. And considering the broken window, broken sink, and the lingering sense of disrepair, I am not confident he has a history of following through.
Yeah.
I would suggest confronting him in person, but I have run a mesh search, and the man is a convicted felon for assault and battery with a deadly weapon.
Good to know.
Perhaps we should bring some sort of a bribe? I will continue to formulate a stratagem.
You do that.
Anyway, I'll have this plant flourishing in no time. If left in direct sunlight, the leaves gain a pretty red tinge to their edges, and it should start flowering in the autumn. It'll really pull the whole room together.
Yep.
You know, once we get the sink fixed.
And the lock.
Oh, it's almost the time Hayden had scheduled to meet with Tomcat. We should make our way to Stardust soon. Your city map is updated with the location. With more of that, we'll surely be on the way to lush greenery in no time.
This action will have consequences. Probably. Good lord. Hee hee hee. Okay. Ah, boy. I'm gonna save it as Tomcat. Open door.
Ready to head out?
Yeah, sure. Let's go. Let's see, we got home. I guess that is home.
Ready to head out?
Stardust
Well,
Club.
this looks like the place, assuming the flashing neon signs are telling the truth. From the sounds of the music, things are already underway at Stardust, even so early. Hopefully we can find Tomcat inside. And some answers.
Yeah. There's some weird looking cars. Parked car, bouncer, a couple plants. Sign for Stardust. Bouncer's probably not going to let me in. Starts playing. Wizaki Pete. Can't see. Get a free ticket to a 49ers game. Spent a fortune in credits on the car. Can I use it? You push the car. You shake the car. Don't try to start a riot. The World Series was months ago. Wreath. Meticulously handcrafted until you notice it's the exact same as the one on the front door. Can I take it? Open sign. Tell me. These planters are completely self-contained. Bacteria live in the base. They take in oxygen, release CO2, while keeping the soil rich by breaking down decaying material shipped to the plant. Huh. Not so busy that you can't move. Cool. Look at Bouncer.
I'm surprised they're using a human bouncer instead of a ROM. That's a nice, authentic touch.
Hug. Let's give him a hug. Oh, he's not very friendly.
Welcome
Okay.
to Stardust.
Can I just go in? Talk to plant. Stupid plant's ignoring me. Can I go in?
Hold up there. Got ID?
Okay.
Alright, looks good to me.
Okay.
Welcome to Stardust.
This is the place. Have you ever been here before?
Can't say I have.
It does seem to be a bit boisterous for your taste, at least from what I know of them. Still, the noise and the crowd should help keep our investigation clandestine. Anyway, where do you think we should start?
Probably start with the bartender.
Good idea. Maybe the bartender can tell us where to find Tomcat.
Chair. Poster of the face. Arcade poster. The bartender, he looks like a friendly fellow. Couple movie posters. Those damn headphones. Top of the line in budget headwear. film trailer starts to play, but it's designed more like a commercial advertisement. Chair. It's a chair. It's not even a spinny chair. Would you want to sit in that? Can I listen to the chair? Just sounds like farts. Random glass of whiskey. Decreased. It's not yours. Okay. Seems friendly enough given his size. Can I talk to him?
Morning, friend. What can I do for you? Sure, but first, let's get you a drink. What'll it be?
Okay. Whiskey, Persian June, Garibaldi, Natasha Allegory, Sunshine Cloud, Subtle Bitch, Bionic Femme, Sickly Sky, Netherworld. Oh my god, what are these? Power Play, Gut Punch, Canopy, Ingredients and Ratios, PT, Core Appeal, Blue Fairy, Sazerac, Sour Appletini, a Rusty Nail. Some of those I actually know. Tastes like orange, green tea, drinking game, groggy nog, whiskey Rita. I'm guessing that's a margarita made with whiskey. Wiener juice, Onyx rum, Antarctica. What? Scotch, drop, and roll. Fucking, I don't know. Beer. How about a whiskey?
So many drinks these days. Remind me, what's in that?
Dictionary,
Whiskey.
the Open Alcoholopedia says,
Whiskey, no ice, no mixer, straight. Just
Does that
a
sound
glass
good?
of whiskey.
All right, you got it. Coming right up.
What's in that? It's whiskey.
Now, what is it you need to know?
Straight to the point.
I'm pretty sure Tomcat came in earlier, but I don't know where they went off to. I'd ask what you were meeting about, but I know they like to keep that kind of stuff quiet. Maybe try looking out on the dance floor. If they come around here, I'll tell them you're looking. Hayden, scientist guy, does some kind of computer research at Parallax.
That's the one.
Pretty sure I know who you're talking about, but I don't think he's around here tonight.
No, it wouldn't be.
Our place doesn't really seem like his scene, but I think he comes in to scout young programming talent. Go figure. I can ask around, find out if anyone's seen him. I'll let you know.
And who are you?
Oh, I should introduce myself. The name's Majid. I've been the bartender of Stardust for a few years now, but I've owned it a little longer than that.
Oh, he's the owner.
So, what do you want to know? That's true, and it was true about Stardust. The first 6 months were great, but after that, the interest dried up and the kids moved on to the next big thing.
As they do.
But I guess I'm just stubborn and kept throwing good money after bad. Ha! After 2 years in a remodel, things started to pick back up again. Slowly dug ourselves out of the debt hole.
Good for you.
We got some regulars around. They started bringing in enough new folks and it reached critical mass pretty quick. Mostly got myself into trouble.
What did you do.
When I immigrated from Pakistan, I didn't have a whole lot of employable skills.
Or an accent.
But I'm real big, which was enough to get hired for some real dirty stuff. Bodyguard work. Truth be told, I hated the work. I didn't want to be a hired fist my whole life. Wanted something regular, peaceful. I had enough cash saved up to buy this place, which was a hole at the time. The rest is history.
Cool.
I'm sure it sounds more exciting than it was. Well, it was nice meeting you, but I gotta get back to work. I'll keep an eye out for Tomcat and send them your way if I see them. Good luck! Enjoy yourself, and don't be a stranger.
Nice guy. Can I drink it? I drank my drink. Look at spoiled milk. I can't do anything with the spoiled milk. Leave Stardust, open inventory. Poster with a face on it. New art exhibit. Well, of course it would be. Arcade poster. Random glass of whiskey. Drink random glass of whiskey. Probably a bad idea. I'm guessing that's Tomcat. Because, you know, the cat ears. Rad dancer. Regular dancer. Table. Megaphobometer. Arcade punk. Stanchion. Barrier between the arcade and the VIP section. Arcade cabinet, megaphobometer. Ghost shootingest, ghoul blastingest fun you'll have this side of the day. Gonna play it? Let's play it.
Died.
I did?
Still, though, not a terrible showing for a human without implants.
Okay. Woman stands at a drink table quietly, people watching. Or under it. Order drinks from the bar and browse the mesh. Can I talk to her?
Yes, can I help you?
I'm looking for a
Not at
Tomcat.
the moment. They're usually close enough to hear when their name gets dropped. So if that's all you needed from me, I'll get back to cutie cruising. And no, that wasn't an invitation to flirt. Oh, really? Why, pray tell? Nice save.
I don't know, the ears?
Look, asshole, I'll explain this once. You want to talk about the hybrid thing? Cool. No one's trying to hide it, and you won't have an easy time avoiding it at this club. But jokes, puns, and worse, assumptions, that will get you blacklisted fast. We don't all have the energy to handhold genotypical people who can't spare 10 seconds to pull out their ROM and look things up. If you try to pet me, your arm is coming off.
Got it.
We clear?
Sorry, did you say genotypical?
Yeah, as in not a hybrid like me. Now then, I'm not here to educate you, and I do have a life to return to. Yeah, alright, whatever. Just get moving.
Nice lady.
Hi there. I heard you were looking for me. Yours truly, though. Although, while I like the attention, it'd be just grand if you didn't holler for me so loudly. I do my share of flirting with both sides of the law. Wouldn't want little old me to get in trouble, huh?
Is that why she was giving me a hard time? No, it's because she's a cat lady.
Nah, you're fine. Jess is just a mite prickly pear on the outside. She'd probably give hell to most strange folks she hasn't made a deal with. So, to what do I owe the pleasure? Hayden's missing.
Yeah.
Well, it's one way to sour my night. I already saw you got his little ROM with you, so I'll give you the benefit of the doubt for now.
You know about me? Hayden never mentioned your involvement.
Well, sure thing, hon. I helped reprogram the back end on your OS so the AI code Hayden wrote for you would work properly with the mesh network.
I have a distressing lack of information on my own creation. Hayden never saw fit to inform me on what went into designing my programming. Is there anything else you can tell me?
Not much more on that end. I'm a crack shot at making the Lips OS dance to my tune, but Hayden's coding in your AI core is a whole different can of worms. Way out of my league. Sorry, doll. Anything else I can help with?
Seriously though, what is Jess?
Oh, sure. You may have even heard of me in the news way back when. About 10 years ago, I hacked into Parallax's main ROM servers. Ooh, caused one hell of a stink, if I do say so myself. People were arguing back and forth whether I was a kid genius or malicious criminal. Earned myself an Enforcement blackout for a few years, but I think it was worth it for the prestige.
I bet.
Well, to see if I could. I mean, Parallax is a mighty big target. Bigger than the government.
Ooh, which was it?
I don't know. I didn't really do it to steal anything, but I had to break an awful lot of eggs to crack my way in. I chalk it up to the exuberance of youth, and now I try to stay on the straight and narrow.
I bet.
Mostly. Sometimes. Oh, am I kidding? Sometimes I treat this place like it's my own little bat cave. Raleigh, North Carolina, dog. Sure, it's not the glitziest town in the world, but folks like the way the sun goes down. Still, this ain't a bad town for a southern belle. Lots of clothes. I had to get a third walk-in closet. Hayden and I met not long after my blackout expired, when he recruited me for my expertise in lips. It puzzled me at the time, since he's very sharp himself. I mean, he could have done the job blindfolded and boozy.
I bet.
I think he just wanted someone working on it off the books. He ain't the most straightforward kind of man.
So what is he
Mostly
working
that
on?
little bot you got there. Well, I'm sure he had his fingers in lots of pies, but Turin is all I knew about. Ooh, it's a powerful OS, and it's since been adapted to run on ROMs after they figured out how much more efficient it is. It's focused on learning algorithms, so it can tailor itself to each user's habits, and it functions through using a distributed mesh network for non-essential public files.
I understood some of those words.
That's just a fancy way of saying all ROMs connect to all other ROMs within range, and they share all files the user hasn't tagged as private. It's handy in dense population areas like NeoSF, since it can bypass regular telecom nodes to access the internet. Out in the sticks, though, you're stuck connecting to regular old pipes. Yuck.
So do you know
I don't
why?
rightly know.
The kid?
I can't avoid the thought that Hayden's disappearance has something to do with me, based on his recent behavior.
Well, let's see. Hayden was pretty hush-hush about his work on your creation, but if Parallax found out about it somehow, ooh, that might have changed things.
Yeah.
It ain't always so good for a big company when their leading product declares independence. I'm certain Hayden had some kind of intellectual property clause written into his contract with them, but he would just get fired, maybe even sued. I can't imagine they would disappear him. I mean, they ain't the CIA or anything.
It's a major corporation in a friggin' cyberpunk future. Of course he got disappeared. Okay, seriously, what's with the cat
Oh,
lady?
don't you worry about Jess, none. She just don't have a lot of patience when talking to genotypical folks like us. She's had to deal with an awful lot of pricks. Because, well...
She's a hybrid?
Well, that ain't the most delicate way of putting it, but it makes things tough, you know? Nah, I'd leave her alone if I were you. She's sharp enough on her own, but she's got friends in low places. Well, she does owe me a favor, or three, but I ain't sure I want to waste one on pulling your foot out of your own rear, you hear?
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm not real sure, hon. But it would likely help if we knew why he went missing in the first place. I'll stay here and ask around a bit. People know me, and they sure ain't gonna talk to a newbie like yourself. Why don't you hop back over to Hayden's place and grab the data cache out of his computer for me? We can go over his research notes and see if we can't find a reason for his being vanished. If Parallax is involved, there's probably something we're not seeing yet. Best to get all the clues we can find. The data cache would be the best place to start.
So what, hard drive?
Good luck. Turin, you keep out of trouble.
Talk to... Can I talk to her again?
I saw you found Tomcat. What else do you want from me? Among other things, I don't honestly want to talk to you about it. It happens. I'm not here to collect your tears and put you on some path to salvation or whatever. If you need someone to absolve you of your guilt, go to a confessional, not me. Sure you will. What, do you want a cookie for trying? Don't make it my problem again.
Okay. Nice lady. About an hour and a half, and this seems like a good stopping point. So, I guess if anyone's watching, thank you. Probably play this again tomorrow, at about the same time. Well, same time as an hour and a half ago. Yeah, thanks for watching, if anyone's there, and see you again sometime.